All right, let's see if I can do this on the first take here. So just a couple things I was thinking about today that I thought would help you with your own training. So I was meeting with some guys that are all retired operators, and we were talking about how to approach training from a more holistic standpoint, as well as making it more sustainable. And one point I brought up in this discussion was this concept of DRED. So DRED stands for don't redline every day. And the problem with a lot of folks is they, make up their mind, they decide they need to start training or want to start training for something or for some reason. And they go into the weight room with the best of intentions, but they start out far too hard. And frankly, it's just not, number one, it's just not sustainable to go in and max out your effort every single day. This is not the same as maxing out, but we don't max out our efforts every single day. It's not intelligent from a long-term sustainability standpoint because you're more susceptible to injury. The burnout rate's going to be much higher. And you just can't do that every single day and reach the levels that you're wanting to get to. So if we go in and we look at the data, so we look at how are some of the most successful training programs in history doing? Well, they are training, they are not testing, and there's a big difference between those. So training, you are going in and you are you're putting your efforts towards a very specific goal. Testing, on the other hand, is maybe you want to see where you're at after the result of a training cycle. So you go in and you push a 1 rep max or 3 rep max or whatever the case may be, and you work on that. You test it out, you see where, have you made progress, have you not, have you went backwards, and so on. The problem is a lot of folks go in and they get in this mindset of they're distracted and they test every single day. They look over at what their buddy's doing and they max. Well, the issue is now we're accumulating too much fatigue too quickly, and that is going to make us miss future training sessions. And that's now a problem. So, number one, when you're looking at this stuff and you've decided you want to train, start with a training program of some sort and start off 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10 on the first week. Make it through the first week. See how you feel, see how you respond to the training. Does the volume absolutely smash you? Does the intensity smash you, or both? Are you unable to recover? Are you unable to perform? Is your heart rate suddenly your resting heart rate, is it suddenly just maxed out? Like, what's going on? We need to use that week 1, maybe week 2 as an assessment, and then we'll ramp it up weeks 2, 3, maybe 4, and then take a deload if need be, or transition to a new program, whatever. But the idea here is you should not be missing reps in your training. You should not be testing in your training. That's not to say that you don't train hard. You do. You work hard, but you don't need to push it to that absolute max all the time. Because if we look at the data from these best training programs of all time, they might spend, it's less than 10% of the year, 90% plus. And the ones who will come out and say, well, we do 90%, we do north of 90% all the time, that's fine. But there's a big caveat with that. Number one, how do those people look now? Are they absolutely broken and fucked up? Can they move? Do they have mobility, flexibility? Are they pain-free? How many surgeries did they have? And then secondly, are they chemically enhanced or not? And if they are chemically enhanced in their training, that's going to be much different than if you're not using any sort of chemical aid for your training. So just a couple thoughts there, and I know I buzzed through that kind of quick, but I want to just get your wheels turning as you start to look at your own training. So if you have questions about this stuff, email me anytime, travis@dynamichp.net. Talk to you later.